cycle is also known as the hydrological cycle or hydrologic cycle. Water is continuously moving through the earth. It cycles through the atmosphere, oceans, land, and living organisms. Water moves both inside and outside of living organisms. Water has the greatest influence on the inhabitants of any ecosystem. Without water, organisms would not be able to survive. As this graphic shows, water doesn't just move in a circle throughout the water cycle. Water can move through various phases quickly and may move through some parts of the cycle more than others. This graphic helps explain the many different ways that water moves throughout the water cycle. We are going to enter the water cycle at evaporation. Water is heated and changes state from a liquid to a gas. Water changes into a vapor and moves up into the atmosphere from the Earth's surface. The next component we are going to discuss is transpiration. Water is evaporated from the surface of plants in the process of transpiration. This helps draw water up through the plant and also returns water to the atmosphere. The next process we are going to discuss is condensation. In condensation, water vapor changes from a gas into a liquid. Water vapor cools as it moves through the atmosphere and changes back into water. This process happens in clouds. As water condenses, it returns to the earth. This process is called precipitation. Precipitation returns water to the earth in the form of rain, snow, sleet, or hail. This is the most common way that water is returned to earth. When water returns to the earth, some of it runs over the ground to larger bodies of water. This is called runoff or surface runoff. This happens more in places where there are lots of paved roads and concrete because the water cannot seep into the ground. The next process we will discuss is infiltration. In infiltration, water seeps into the ground. The last process we are going to discuss is percolation. Percolation is when water moves through the soil to underground aquifers or larger bodies of water. The water cycle has many additional processes, as can be seen by the graphic earlier. However, the processes discussed are the main processes in the water cycle. Without the movement of water through land, living organisms, and the atmosphere, there would be no life.